for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
And one of the stories we were told was the encouragement given to young university students to stand up and talk to a public gallery in order to encourage confidence. And so here I am sitting amongst professors of this, professors of that, and I'm also trying to build my own confidence. Honorable Minister of Central Province, Honorable Sydney Mshanga, MP, the Acting Permanent Secretary of Higher Education, Mrs. Jane Chalikosa, the Secretary General of National Research Foundation, Dr. Dong Kim, Conference Chairperson, Professor Bwalia, the Conference Vice Chairperson, Dr. Sichi Lalu, directors from various government and private institutions, senior government officials, academicians, scientists, social scientists present, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my distinct pleasure to join you today for the very first ever International Multi-Disciplinary Conference. Events such as this one give us an opportunity to share innovations and to highlight the fact that Zambian research institutions are employing some of the best practices locally and abroad. I'm grateful to the Zambia Research Development Center for organizing this timely gathering, which has brought together over 300 prominent academicians and science and technology leaders, social scientists, novice entrepreneurs, among others from Zambia and from all over the world. It is a true pleasure for me to welcome you to the first ever International Multidisciplinary Conference on knowledge sharing and innovation competitiveness for responsive and sustainable development in Lusaka, Zambia. This is a great milestone and a learning curve for Zambia being the first of its kind. Our country is delighted and honored to host this important international conference and will strive to make it an annual event. Zambian scientists and other professionals attending this conference will surely take a leaf from distinguished invited professionals through their achievements and what you will be sharing in your various specializations. It is also envisaged that multidisciplinary collaborations and partnerships will be created, and this will provide a basis for establishing innovations in a sustainable manner. I wish to applaud the Zambian Research and Development Center and Information and Communications University, the main sponsors, and equally the Patents and Companies Registration Agency, PACRA, Engineering Institution of Zambia, Zambia Qualifications Authority, and National Technology Business Center, also for sponsoring and making the first ever International Multidisciplinary Conference possible. I equally acknowledge the tireless efforts put in by the organizing committee and the scientific committee for doing a commendable job in organizing and ensuring that all the preparatory work was done excellently, culminating into this history-making international conference. Ladies and gentlemen, truly, science, technology, and innovation is critical in the sustainable development of any country. As Zambians, we believe in the positive impacts that this sector will have on the people and on the economy. And we are committed to creating the necessary enabling environment and infrastructure to support innovation, science and technology developments in Zambia. The need for innovation knowledge sharing is very key in an innovation-driven age because it is not static but dynamic. In other words, it has to be constantly checked against reality, updated and replenished in order to retain its value. Knowledge sharing also stimulates collaboration and empowers people to continuously enhance the way they work. Realizing this imperative, the Ministry of Higher Education created various funds such as the Science, Technology, Innovation Youth Fund, aimed at assessing the youth to develop their scientific and technological innovations that are relevant to wealth creation and employment. The Business Development Fund to provide support for the development of technological innovations in order to enhance science and technology enterprise competitiveness and sustainable growth, and Strategic Research Fund to support basic and applied research and development in identified strategic priority areas. In 1996, the government formulated the National Science and Technology Policy, which led to a complete reorganization of the legal and institutional framework that existed from 1970. This policy gave rise to an important set of statutory instruments and various sector acts and policies, which for several years provided the institutional and legal framework for the operation of science and technology in the country. However, the science, technology, and innovation sector in Zambia has not been able to contribute significantly to the national development because of the lack of finance to support commercialization of outputs of research and development products through such facilities as incubators and accelerators. Furthermore, on the Zambian market, financing for startups is often provided for businesses that have low risk, and the loans offered are usually payable within a short period of time. To respond to some of these challenges, the government established the Technology Business Fund for the purpose of offering an alternative source of finance to technology-based products to that being provided in the commercial banks and the financial markets. Over the years, the implementation of this policy has revealed various challenges affecting the advancement of science, technology, and innovation. Among the challenges include human capital, research infrastructure and equipment, funding, and quality assurance to address these challenges. During the 7th National Development Plan period, research and development will be given priority. To achieve the objectives and goals set out in the 7th National Development Plan, there is need for government, together with stakeholders, to invest in research and development. It is through research that evidence to inform cost-effective programming and policy changes can be generated to allow positive contributions to economic diversification and creation of decent jobs. As part of the broader research agenda, the government will ensure that higher institutions of learning strengthen research capacities to conduct various research activities and also develop capacities in the Zambian people to carry out research programs with internationally accepted standards. In this vein, government through the Ministry of Higher Education has established the Higher Education Authority and Zambia Qualification Authority. According to the 7th National Development Plan, science, technology, and innovation are recognized today as the most important drivers of sustained and inclusive development. In Zambia's development agenda, research and development is expected to play a critical role in the diversification process and to explore opportunities that will enhance the productive capacities of the various sectors of the economy. Zambia envisions an economy which is competitive, self-sustaining, dynamic, and resilient to any external shocks, and supports stability and protection of biological and physical systems. This calls for the country to be technologically proficient and fully able to adapt, innovate, and invest using its human and natural resources. Science and technology creates an enabling environment for social and economic sustainable development. To achieve this, it is essential to ensure that science and technology outputs are transformed into viable products and services. Although some achievements have been made in the transfer and commercialization of research and development outputs, the rate of diffusion and commercialization of locally developed technologies and services is still unsatisfactory. There is therefore need to enhance the output of the science and technology system, and initiatives such as this international multidisciplinary conference, where it is believed will greatly contribute towards addressing some of these challenges. The message that seems to be very important and clear is that at the beginning of the 21st century, we cannot strive for good innovations if we cannot sustain them. The global challenges call for a new understanding of growth and responsibility. We are, for example, confronted with major problems resulting from the unbridled exploitation of our habitat. The continuous growth in the world's population and the global economy, as well as the increasing demand for energy, will continue to place huge demand on natural resources. The wise management of the Earth's resources and environment, consistent with the principles of sustainable development, is indispensable to achieve a sustainable, innovative society. In conclusion, it is my sincere hope that the multidisciplinary nature of experts attending this conference will generate collaborations and linkages that will stand a test of time and indeed provide the much-needed solutions to challenges such as shortages of energy, climate change impacts, among others faced by Zambia and the world. I wish you a most fruitful day with interesting and stimulating discussions and exchange of knowledge so that we can, together, envisage the future of an innovative Zambia and the world at large. Allow me once again to congratulate and thank ZRDC and ICU and other partners for their tremendous effort in organizing the International Multidisciplinary Conference. I urge other private institutions to complement what ZRDC and ICU has done to cushion the efforts being made by government. Hosting the first ever International Multidisciplinary Conference further increases our responsibilities as we plan to make this an annual event, but nevertheless provides us with an undeniable sense of pride. At this stage, I'd like to borrow a quote from the presentation made by Dr. Kim, which states, "Serving as a government officer is the most honorable profession." This is from Confucianism. With this strong political will, we can achieve a lot, and we pledge to give the government support. I thank you.
And I rise up, I like the waves, I rise up, in spite of the ache, I rise up. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. We'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times.